Hi, I'm Mary Ferguson, and this is John Vandebeck. We're here at Ted Mendrick's farm, and we're working on a project for the Holland Marsh Growers Association to determine the types and the quantities of plastics it takes to grow and pack vegetables in the Holland Marsh, and interview farmers about the opportunities and challenges they find in addressing their waste plastic. So quantifying the amount of plastics is a lot of math, and that's because farmers all do everything just a little bit different from each other, and then each crop is unique. So what we're doing is taking very much a middle-of-the-road approach, and then we'll highlight the different approaches in our commentary.
The kinds of plastics that we've seen here is kind of what you would expect at a field vegetable farm, right? We see pails of seed, we see fertilizer jugs, we see herbicide bags, but there's also stuff that you don't expect to see. Like everything coming in here seems to be skid wrapped. And even inside some of the pails of seeds, the seeds are in a bag inside the pail. So there's some places where we kind of didn't expect to see much plastic.
So let's go take a look and see what Ted's got at his farm. Ted stores all his empty pesticide jugs here in this old crate, and I can see he's got a big bag that's ready to go. In Canada, we're so lucky that we've got the Clean Farms program where farmers are able to triple rinse their jugs and then take them back to a Clean Farms depot. Every farmer that I've talked to in the marsh for this project has said that that's what they do with their jugs, and it's because it's easy, it's free, and it's a good solution for waste plastic. So let's head back to the shop and we'll see what he's got in there. So these are the seed pails for the carrots and onion seed. And as you can see, these are like pretty sturdy, good pails. And they end up getting reused around the farm for all sorts of things like holding tools, protecting the seed hoppers, drip pails, you name it. So let's go further into the shop and I'll show you some garbage that doesn't have a home. So this is a good example of just mixed garbage that is going to end up at the landfill. As you can see, we've got skid wrap and there's seed bags and like an old tarp. And all of this just doesn't currently have a recycling program, so it ends up in landfill. If we had better recycling programs for skid wrap or an energy recovery program, then that would minimize the amount of plastic going to landfill.
As part of this project, we also went to look at some processing facilities around the marsh to try to understand their plastic usage at the tail end of the process here when the produce is getting ready shipped to the retail stores. And there again, we found variety, depending on the crop, depending on retailer demands, and depending on what the market kind of standard is, carrots in polyethylene bags, onions in polypropylene bags. That was all present at those locations, as we would expect, right? We also found repackaged, onions that were shipped up at certain parts of the time of the year. Product is shipped up from other parts of North America, and there we found packaging like 50-pound mesh bags of onions with polyethylene labels on them, which means you can't recycle mixed plastics. So one of the areas we noticed where there was challenges as well. And of course, we found skid wrap everywhere.
So the last time we chatted, I was looking at trying to quantify how much plastic it would take to grow an acre of carrots and onions and a few other Holland Marsh vegetables. Since then, I've been really busy looking at what are the options for those plastics. And so I found a few things that I want to share with you. So the first one is a company called Switch Energy. It's located in Clinton, Ontario. It's been around for quite a while, and they specifically collect ag plastics throughout all of Ontario. And so how it works is they'll take most flexible plastics. So that would include things like greenhouse film, hoop house film, fertilizer bags, both the woven kind and then the LDPE plastic, onion crate covers, skid wrap, retail and master bags. And what they do is they give farmers 15 extra large bags, and then once you get the bags, all 15 bags full, then you just call Switch Energy and arrange a pickup. It costs $105 for the 15 bags. And generally all you have to do is make sure that the plastic is sorted by plastic type and it's clean and it's bagged and they'll take it. For hoop house film and greenhouse film, they'll also take that, it doesn't have to be bagged, but it's got to be either baled or in manageable bunches. And so for growers that are replacing their hoop house, they would need to call Switch Energy ahead of time and arrange pricing and quantity that they would want picked up. Another option that growers have is EFS Plastic in Listowel, Ontario. They accept both rigid and flexible plastics, and they get a lot of their plastic from the residential stream as well as the ag industry. So in fact, they actually accept the Clean Farms plastic from all the pesticide containers that are collected. But what they would really like is more hoop house film and greenhouse film. And there's a few options. So growers could bale up their hoop house or greenhouse film and deliver it to the company. Obviously, they would have to contact them ahead of time. They'd have to arrange for delivery and make sure that the quality of the plastic is what EFS is looking for. Another option would be if they could get a number of growers to all consolidate their plastic, and if the growers were able to get 10 bales of plastic, then EFS would come and pick up the plastic and pay for the trucking. If they could get between 20 and 30 bales of plastic, then growers could actually get a rebate for that plastic. So that's a great option, but we need some sort of organization or consolidation process developed for that. Most growers would know about if they're getting their fertilizer delivered in the woven polypropylene tote bags, they're paying a deposit, I think is about $15 when they purchase those totes, and if they return them to their ag retailer, they'll get their $15 back. So that's a great system of both the growers and the industry working together to solve a plastic issue. Most growers purchase their seedlings from Keller Brothers, and Keller Brothers will collect back all of their seed trays, and then they clean them and palletize them and send them off for recycling. And they do this because they don't want to reuse any trays just due to biosecurity concerns. So it's important to Keller Brothers that they take care of their own plastics. So that's a great option that producers, I think, know about, but definitely should make use of. I think that there are some great options out there that growers are using, but there's a few things that we do need to focus on, and one of them is hoop house plastic. If we could get government and industry and growers all working together and a little bit of support with a coordinating body like Clean Farms, we could really make a big dent in getting rid of flexible plastics.